Well, the winter break is over, and so is the transfer window. We brought in a player, though, that I am excited about. Let's get into it, my dudes. As always, before we get into today's episode, why don't you go ahead and leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below. We brought in a new player. We sold some players. Some stuff has been done since where we last left off. I've actually kind of played a few more games than what I wanted to, but the way the season kind of lined up, I think it was the best way to do it. So let's get into the results before we look at our transfers. So where we last left off, I think we played Freiburg. We went out and drew against Gladbach 1-1. Wait. Let's see. Was this the time he got hurt? Yeah, Gil Ventura got banged up in this match. So, or was it this match? It was this match. Yeah, okay. Backtrack. Okay, let's start this over. Where we last left off, it was against Freiburg, where we beat that match, won that match 4-1. Then we went up against Gladbach, drew that match 1-1. Ferrari getting a goal in the 53rd minute. Then we went up against Schalke after that, won that match 2-0. Gil Ventura getting a brace, but also getting hurt. And as you can see, from there on, it was kind of a slow burn for the next three matches. We lost to Cologne, absolutely got hammered, 0-4. It was a rough match. We beat Bremen, or we drew against Bremen, 0-0. No goals again, no Gil Ventura. Big time goal drought now. We had a friendly then we went up against Leipzig, won this match 3-0 again. Gil Ventura was healthy in this match. He got a goal, Ferrari got a goal, and Peter getting a goal as well. Then we played a tough match against Bayern. I was really thinking we was going to hold out for the draw in this match. Ended up being 1-0. They scored in the second half. So that was a little bit of a disappointment for us today. That was a little bit of a disappointment in that match there. But we can hopefully get our revenge on them in today's episode. We're going up against them in the Pokal in the second match. Up first, though, we got Dusseldorf. I think I said that right. I looked it up before. Yep, so that hopefully we did. Injury-wise, I don't know if we got any. Hey, injury-free for the first time this season. Great news. Let's look at the players that happened to leave during the transfer window and the ones that we brought in. Ricardo Arnold, we sold him for $2 million. Never really got in the team. I wasn't really impressed with him ever. So that's some good business. Getting rid of a player that we didn't really use. Up next, Nipping went out on loan. We sold Trummer to Mainz for 2.6. Pazlak, one of our team leaders, we sold him to Freiburg for $2 million. And the reason why is he had kind of dropped down to the second Bundesliga playing standard, and he was a team leader. He had kind of complained a little bit about his lack of game time, so he went out. I'm okay with letting him go for that price. But we did bring in a player that I'm really excited about, and really excited about the price we brought him in. We brought in Mr. Yoshi. I can pronounce that. 3.5-star player, 5-star potential player. Kids, this is the kind of player that we wanted to bring in. 19-year-old player, Japanese-born wonder kid. Do anything in the midfield. I'm really excited about this kid. He can actually play as a little bit of a more defensive midfield if we need him to. As with a ball-winning midfielder. I wouldn't mind actually training him to be able to play in the defensive mid. That would not be a bad situation, I don't think. But as a Mazzala, deep-lying playmaker, advanced playmaker, anything really going forward, he's really good at. And like I said, as if we're wanting to play him in a bit more of a defensive mindset, he can do that. He's not great at it. I mean, his marking's 11 and his tackling is 12, but I think he can do it. The only thing I'm not huge about on him is his positioning. He's a little low, but hopefully we can train that and get that up a little bit. He's got good decision making, good vision, good work rate. As a box-to-box with that work rate, I wouldn't mind that either. I like this kid for everything in the midfield. Good acceleration, good agility. He really works hard out there, and that's what I like about him as a box-to-box. But, he can do it. Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see that it was a 3.5-star. He can definitely be a box-to-box force. So, definitely a player that we want to keep our eye on for the future. He's not getting to start in the first match, but he is on the bench. He did play in the last match and looked pretty good. He put out where is he at? 7.3. So, pretty good. Lineup we're putting out there today, though, against Dusseldorf. We got Vlad, we got McBurney, Byrne, Iser, and Escobar making up the back four. In the midfield, we got Sal and Al Warfali. Right-hand side, we got Peter. In the middle, we got Cardoza. Left-hand side, Ferrari. Up top, Ventura, who has been absolutely killing it of late. Excited to have him back and healthy once again. It's been a bit of a roller coaster for the Mr. Gil Ventura. So hopefully he will continue from the last episode that we've seen where he had a really good performance for you guys. I didn't even show you guys where we were sitting in the league. I think we're still 6th. I think. Minimize that. Yep, still sitting 6th place. 6th place. This is a pretty big matchup. I think we need a win because Dusseldorf is sitting down in 18th place. I've seen that. So they're not a great side. This is definitely a match for us to gain some points. Hopefully move up in the league table a little bit. I mean, we're happy with the Conference League, but I feel like this team can at least get into the Europa League. I don't think we're good enough for the Champions League, but Europa League, definitely. I think we could do it. Just depends on if we can move up enough to get out of the conference. Okay, a little bit of a slow start for us, I'm assuming. I thought that was going to be one of our highlights. Unfortunately, doesn't look like it. Escobar, my dude. You've complained about game time. I've tried to give him a little bit more game time, but in reality, he's not ready for game time. So that's a bit of a disappointment that it's kind of gone down that way. He was kind of signed on as a project player. Okay, Vlad has saved 2 penalties of late. He's played really good for us. So hopefully he can keep that up. The first one was up against Munich. I know that we ended up losing that match 1-0, but Vlad's performance in that match was absolutely outstanding. I was really pleased with him. Okay, guys. Ventura, I need you to do something, my dude. It looks like it has all been Dusseldorf early on in this match. Peter does a good job to head that away. Ventura is going to chase it down. Hopefully get this. Yep. This is not the way we wanted to start this match. This is kind of how the Cologne match ended up being, a little bit of where we didn't seem like we wanted to do anything in terms of attacking, and it was kind of a Escobar's being a little risky out there, going for some tackles that I don't think he really should have. That was an opportunity that Dusseldorf wishes they had back, because that should have been in goal right then. But fortunately for us, it wasn't. Cardoza getting it to Ventura. That was the best highlight we've had. I know it was offsides, but I'm definitely not disappointed in that. I am going to turn those on. For some reason, our guys think that's going to work. So we're going to listen to the... Okay, Haynes McBurney throwing it in, looking for Ventura. Ventura missing again. Disappointing, my dudes. I want to do something. I've been meaning to do this in between matches, and I haven't. Just want to turn that on mixed. I still hadn't messed with any of these throw-ins, which I feel like I need to. I haven't done it because I've kind of been lazy on it, I guess. This is a disappointing result right here. I thought this was going to be the match that we should be able to win this episode. Jimenez, the player we highlighted in the transfer window in the offseason, he is now playing for Dusseldorf. Was loaned out. I think he ended up going to Bayern Munich. So, interesting to see how he'll develop. Gil Ventura getting it in there finally. 8th goal of the season for him. 1-0 now in the 39th minute. There we go. There is the Gil Ventura we needed, because we don't score many goals without my dude there. I have debated making some changes up front, but I don't want to get rid of Shoretz or Egeman yet, because you look at their attributes and you can tell that they're decent players. It's just they've definitely struggled since coming into the club. Escobar putting out a really poor rating of 6 point whatever it was. We are going to make a change. I noticed that Peter picked up a little bit of a knock. I don't want him to get any more injuries out there. I wonder, how good are you actually on the right-hand side? And you're definitely not what I want on the right-hand side. Egeman's kind of... What about Shoretz? Definitely not what I want on that side. See, like this kid right here, like you can tell he has the ability. I mean, he really does. It's just we've got to get it figured out for him. I might want to try training him on that left-hand side as well. We'll see what we can do in between matches, but I think we are going to make the obvious choice in Seekin is coming in as an inside forward. On attack, we're going to do that right now at halftime and see where we go from there. I'd hopefully like to get Yoshi in at some point, probably for Sal, because Sal's not having the best performance. Escobar being the other change is what I'm thinking will happen. It just depends on if any injuries pop up or fatigue. But that's what we're looking at right now. Looking at those changes. Ventura, another opportunity. Gone. Vlad putting out a 7.8. Absolutely falling out. We have moved up into 5th place. Leipzig must be losing their match now, which is, hey, that is great news. That's what we want. We want to move up. We needed to move up in this match. It was a good draw for us in this one. I don't know who exactly Leipzig is playing. Hopefully they're playing one of the bigger teams that can actually beat them. You know, we have had success against Leipzig over the past couple matches, which has kind of been surprising for me because I didn't see that coming after that first episode of this season. Who are they playing? They're playing Hamburg. Okay. That is a bit of a surprising result. Yoshi is coming in, and I'm going to leave Escobar on for a little bit longer. I don't want to make the final change right yet, just because we've got to get a little bit closer to the end of the match in case something happens. Who was that? Because that was a good little tackle to save that attack. It still continues though. Iser doing a wonderful job there. I believe that was him on the tackle as well. Good job, my dudes. Escobar playing. We're really not playing that good, except for Ventura. This side is not a great side besides Ventura and maybe Okoli. I think those are players that are really good that we can still build around. I was looking at the ratings of the players, and there's just some of them that's not played well out there. Our Wallfolly is one of them. Ventura, he is just trying to carry the team. He's like putting the team on his back, carrying us across the finish line because my dudes, this has not been a great performance at all. Escobar coming out, Shepard's coming on. But like I said, if we get the 3 points from this match, I don't care how it is. We knew that this team is definitely a work in progress, which is, you may be wondering why we're trying to beef up the midfield. We had some young players that we could have used, but I felt like the starting midfield was really lacking between Sal, Al Warfolly, and then the loanee that we brought in that's not really impressed me at all. So I wanted to get another guy in there, and finding Yoshi was absolutely amazing. And I don't know if we have a scout from Japan or not, or anybody in our back room that's from Japan, maybe a coaching member or something like that. But we have found some good Japanese players. Hey, 2-0. I think we got lucky to win that match 2-0, especially looking at the XG. Vlad putting out the 8.3. The back four looked good besides Escobar, Cardoza, and Ventura was other players that you can highlight in this match. Outstretched arms, good win, boys. Well done. Well, due to some injuries that we've had, we have rotated the side a little bit. It's not serious injuries, just kind of some knocks that some players have had. Shepard being the most important one of those guys. We are playing Bayern Munich in the Pokal. It is the 3rd round. Our club wants us to reach the quarterfinal, but I am trying to take a little bit of a chance here and play some players that usually don't get a lot of playing time. That being said, this is what we're putting out there. We got Vlad in goal, back four of Haynes, McBurney, Lawrence, Byrne, and Diller. In the midfield, Yoshi starting. Al Warfolly alongside him. Right-hand side, we got Peter. In the middle, we got Cardozo. Left-hand side, Ferrari. And up top, we got Ventura. I have really debated changing some of the attacking players in this match to some of the guys who haven't played a ton that you guys haven't seen, like Vasco. I think we're actually going to do that. Vasco's going to come in. And you know, we could change somebody on that right wing, maybe Seekin, because his fitness is a little bit down. I'd like to get that up because I do like him, even though I think Peter is actually the better of those players at this point. I thought he had moved up to 3.5 star. He hasn't yet, but I thought I had that email. So I'm playing a little bit more lower in this match. We have lowered our engagement line a little bit, and we have changed our mentality to balanced. And it's mainly because Byron has had our number since we've took over. I mean, they're the much better side. We know that. They know that. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this game because the last one I really thought we could have held out and got a draw from them. Obviously, that won't do us much good in this match, but maybe we can pull an upset. We're the underdogs. Let's go show them what we're all about. He's clearly a brilliant head coach and tends to get the better of me. If it means we can stop talking to me, I'd love it. I do always hate that. Like, it's something that I've talked about in the past. Like, I wish when you're at a club for so long, and this goes back to the Darby County saves, like, I wish just some of the questions was changed. Like, even the way they word them. You know, and obviously that would take a lot of time. And I know that Sports Interactive has done a lot with the overhauling the press conferences and stuff like that from last year. But after you get down to kind of some of the, that was a foul. After you get past like some of the graphical stuff, like the press conference room, whatever it's called, I'm not sure. It's really the same stuff as last year. It's the same questions as last year. You know, so I wish that is something that would get changed a little bit, but it's kind of just being a little bit picky. I feel like they're missing out on something that could be done there. Not mad? You're not mad? Vlad is definitely not mad. He just stood still right then. He didn't know what in the world was happening. Haynes McBurney heads us forward, looking for Yoshi. Plays in it over to Al Warfolly. Up to Ferrari. Kicking it into Ventura. I love that man. 9th goal of the season, Ferrari on the assist. We take the early lead. 1-0. Something we haven't done against Bayern Munich. This is a great start to this match for us. Go Ventura. Good player, my dudes. I do think Shoratz is the overall better potential player, but Ventura has been on a roll since coming into the starting lineup, and I'm going to keep feeding him. Shoratz is on a goal drought. Ventura is not. Everybody looks happy out there, though. There's no sad faces. Diller getting a little bit of an opportunity to earn some more playing time here. Trying to get that second spot at left back because I haven't been impressed with Escobar. He's complained a little bit too much for my liking early on. We spent money on him, and I want to give Diller an opportunity just because Escobar has not really lived up to the hype. We played him in the last match. Didn't look good. Ferrari. Oh, my word. He just did that man dirty. You ain't got to do him like that. I mean, I'm not mad, but you did that man dirty. What? Who was offsides? Ventura was offsides? But it did. Okay. Wasn't it? I don't. That was. Even though it was disallowed, can we appreciate that for a moment? Because Ferrari just absolutely wrecked that man. Lawrence with the ball now, playing it forward to Ferrari. Don't really like that pass. I mean, play it over to Oakley, maybe. Ventura can't do enough to get that chase down. Who played him on? Because I didn't see. It looked like he was offsides there. Obviously, I'm not going to go back and look at it. Just from my gut reaction, it seemed like he was a couple yards offsides. 1-0 in the first 20 minutes. I'm happy with this. I do think Bayern has been the better side. I mean, but we're definitely going to count our blessings while we can because this will be a monumental change of the club for us if we can beat them. You know, the dynamics of this club is still kind of low, especially. I think the atmosphere and my overall backing is above average, but the cohesion is still in the red. Players are not really gelling with each other midway through the season, and it's kind of a disappointment that we need to get solved. We need to get it done quickly. I mean, because that is something that we've learned in this game, that the dynamics of the squad is huge on how you can perform. I credit that to why the Darby County team and the other save really got ahead like they did, because they got on a good run and it never really ended for them, and it still hasn't. And the dynamics has been through the roof in that save. Meanwhile, we just really ignored this good goal by Ferrari. Ferrari's a good player. He has these matches like this where he kind of he shows you his brilliance. First touch, getting it in 2-0. The dude is a good player. Just need to see it on a more consistent basis from him. I mean, my dudes, we are playing well right now. Does look like they have a little bit of a chance to score on us. McBurney getting back, hopefully stopping this attack. Doesn't get a foot in there. Vlad. Byrne does a good job to clear that out a little bit. Stops the attack momentarily. Goes out of play. That's going to be a throw-in for us, I think. I'm assuming so since it went to the end of the highlight. Dudes, this is a big match for us. Winning this match. I still haven't changed the long throws, as you can see. Ventura with it now. Playing it over Vasco. Who was offsides there? I hate this game sometimes. Probably like some random person that wasn't nowhere near the goal. Yoshi was offsides. I mean, there was a couple people offsides, but okay. Apparently, I didn't do what I wanted it to. Where's that dude at? Where is he? This guy. He's kind of getting a little bit out in front of some of our players, so we're going to go ahead and tightly mark him. Apparently, I didn't pause the game. Diller with it now. On that left-hand side, looking for somebody to play it into. He gets it into Al Warfolly, who tries playing it in the box but can't do it. A little bit of a counter now going. Our guys need to get back. Need to get back. Two to one now. That was disappointing. I mean, he was offsides for most of the play. And I think McBurney coming in on that sliding tackle might have. I wish that there was a highlight of the tightness, because I think it was a pretty tight offsides. Okay, going into halftime, we will take the 2-1 lead. I am a little bit disappointed in that, though, because it would have been nice to be up 2-0 instead of 2-1. That's kind of stupid. You guys know that. I wish that there was just something else that we could do right now. Seekin not playing the best out there. He's probably going to get changed. I really need to change those long throws. Yoshi with it now. Playing it back to whoever kicked it in, McBurney. Vasco with it now. Takes the shot. Are we going to get another off? Oh, my word. This game. This game. And it's stuff that's like. I'm upset. Just because of the amount of goals that the FM gods have gave us that have gone back in this match. Seekin's coming off. He's not played the best. Not exactly what I wanted. I want to give Shoretz a little bit of opportunity on that right-hand side. We're going to play him as as a winger on support. He is right-footed, so I want to do that. But I want to keep his fit. He's one of those players that I want to keep his fitness up even when Ventura is playing well. So playing him on that right-hand side is going to work out in this match, I think. I do want to bring in Rico Dorn as well for McBurney, just to keep his fitness up as well, because we did end up selling Pazlak, like we talked about. Ferrari's a player that we're looking at taking off as well. Getting a little bit tired out there. Vasco with it now. To Dorn. Yoshi with the ball. Hasn't had a huge moment in this episode like I was hoping he would, to kind of welcome him to the club for you guys. Yoshi with it now. Bouncing it off the defender. Really poor there from him. Oh, Ferrari. There we go. Oh. Couldn't quite rail it in. Thought he had an opportunity to get that down. Don't do this to me, game. Don't you do this. Don't. Nope. I'm not allowing it. It's offsides. I'm saying it's offsides. There was one guy that was in the stands that was offsides. Blow the whistle, ref. Do it like you have done us many times in this match, because, I mean, this has been a little bit ridiculous for us. I mean, they've been the better side. They really have. I'm complaining right now. I'm complaining right now. You know, Al Warfolly, you've got to pick up your game, my dude, because, like, you have really played piss poor the past couple matches, going back to the ones that you haven't seen. I wanted to take Ferrari off, but I can't have a guy out there putting out a 6.3 playing the entire match. He has not looked good at all. I really don't want this to go keep going after the full time. Because that's just going to lead it to being, I mean, they're the better side than us. Byrne does a good job to get that up to Ferrari, who is very tired. Ventura can't get anything started. His creativity not quite with him for that little bit. You know, it kind of makes me wonder, can we, Shorat's on the right-hand side, do you think there's an opportunity for him to be an advanced playmaker on that side? Because he is to me, he's more of he is a good advanced forward, but he's more of a playmaking forward. So I wonder. I just wonder. What are you rated? Get at it. You're not terrible. You're not terrible. I'll give you that. But you're not exactly what I want. I really didn't want this to go to extra time. Time for everybody to dig in. I know that you guys are tired. I get it. But we gotta go. I mean, there's some dead bodies out there right now. I might take Burn off because I don't want my defenders to be tired in this match. That might be my change. Yoshi to Burn. Opportunity. I mean, do we go ahead and do it? Do we get any? We got one change. And like there's some dead guys out there. So let's take a look at what we actually got on the bench. We have anybody that can play on that left-hand side even? So that eliminates that spot. We can't take Ferrari out because we don't have anybody on the bench to take that spot. Morris can come in for Yoshi. We could do that change, but I really don't want... I mean, you're not great at penalty taking. Is Morris any better at penalty taking than you? Where's Morris at? There you are. I mean, not enough to make the difference. Vasco, Cardozo. What is Cardozo's? 11. At this point, I'm just looking for somebody for a penalty change. Yeah, that's probably the change I'll do. Maybe even changing you to a shadow striker because you can score. I've seen you do it. Moving you up a little bit more. Feel like we need the goal. Yeah, there's a lot of dead bodies on the pitch right now from our side. Played a lot of matches. No. Byrne does a wonderful job to clear that further back. That's a good clearance. Byrne's a great player. I mean, like if he goes up, he usually wins the ball. I'm really glad we got him. I think he can be a player that eventually we sell back to England and make a pretty penny off of him. Shorat's here, playing it back to Yoshi, to Ferrari. Surprised they didn't call Ventura offsides there because, you know, done that all game. Byrne, oh, he looked like he was trying to play that into Lawrence, but he couldn't quite do it. Dorn with it now, back to Lawrence again. Lawrence playing it into Cardozo. Get in! 5th goal of the season for Cardozo. Lawrence on the assist, 3-2. This has been one hell of a match. Okay, guys, we can park the bus now. Couple more minutes, my dudes. Hang on to it. Byrne absolutely bodied out there right now. Byrne is just playing. If he's not above a 7.5 in this match, like I don't see him ever getting above a 7.5 because he's played wonderful. Vlad, on the other hand, has played really poor in this match. 3-3 now. Well, for the viewers, this match has been a fun match. For me, not so much. I mean, it's been fun. It has. It's just been one of those matches where you kind of think, okay, we've got it now, and then something like that happens where bad goal play. Diller plays this over to Sal, back to Diller. Sal has not had the greatest of seasons. Jorats, make a name for yourself, my dude. You haven't scored in a couple months, it seems like. I know you do have 4 goals to your names, but it's been a while. Vlad, wow, you actually get a stop, my dude. That's the first time for this match. How's he putting out a 7.8? There's no way that Vlad has put out a 7.8 in this match. Rico Dorn is looking a little... always hate penalties. We don't have many good penalty takers on. This ain't gonna be good. Keep fighting to the end, my dudes. No talking. No talking during the penalties. Okay, there we go. During the actual kicks, I'll talk in between. Cunha absolutely destroyed us in this match. He continues. Dorats. Probably one of the biggest disappointing signings we've had since the past transfer window. Maybe he can make a name for himself here. He gets it in. Like I said, the board do want us to go to the quarterfinals, so this is kind of a big match. And now I think our penalty takers kind of start to drop off a little bit. We don't have great ones after Cardoza. Cardoza, and he's not really special. He's only a 10. Good finish there for him, though. Go. I mean, the Pokal was has been really tough for us because our last draw we had Leipzig. Next draw we have Bayern Munich, so not easy for us. Ventura, my dude, you've been a lifesaver for us. You have to get that in. Vlad, come on. You've saved one. Don't save that one. It's okay. Life goes on. Yeah, we had one easy match in the Pokal, and the rest of them have been against what I would consider the top 3 clubs. Sal, good job, my dude. Put the pressure back on them. Come on, safe hands. Vlad, you can do it. I know you're a temporary fix to our goalkeeping situation, but it'd be absolutely huge if you find a way to save this. Let's go. Let's go. Vlad played really poor out there for majority of the match and somehow end up winning it for us in penalties. Very pleased with the result in your performance. Attaboy, my dudes. Well, that certainly was a long episode. But if you enjoyed this episode, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below. And as always, my dudes, thank you for watching.